Welcome back to our final lesson in Module 2. In this lesson, we will discuss the business plan and how to create it effectively. As creating a business plan is fundamental to your enterprise, this lesson will focus solely on that. Let's dive in. First of all, the business plan is not the business model. The business model describes the logic by which an organization creates, distributes, and captures value. Simply put, the business model is nothing more than the definition of what the company does, how it presents itself in the market, how it stands out, and what its ideal target audience is. The business plan, unlike the business model, which is a strategic tool for implementing a plan of action, is a highly articulated document of an economic nature that allows us to quantify expenses, revenue, timeframes, etc. Basically, it serves us to understand from a financial point of view how to put the business model strategies into practice. Its usefulness lies in showing us in detail how much time and capital we will need to develop our project. The business plan outlines the objectives, goals, and operational details of a business venture, in this case led by a female entrepreneur with a social mission. It typically includes the following components. First, an executive summary. This is a concise overview of the business, including the social mission, target market, competitive advantage, and financial projections. Next, the vision and mission statement. This clearly defines the purpose and values of the business, emphasizing the social impact goals and how they align with the needs of the target audience. Next is a market analysis. This is where you conduct thorough research on the industry, market trends, target customers, and competitors, identifying the social problem or need that the business aims to address and explain how the proposed solutions would be unique and effective. Next is the social impact strategy. This is where you articulate the social impact goals and the metrics that the business aims to achieve. This section should outline the specific actions and initiatives planned to address the identified social issue and provide a framework for measuring and evaluating the impact of the venture. Next is the business model. We know this one already. Can you remember it? It is when we describe the products or service offered, pricing strategy, and the revenue streams, explaining how the business will generate income while fulfilling its social mission. Next is the marketing and sales strategy. This is where you define the target market, customer profiles, and positioning strategies, outlining marketing channels, promotional activities, and partnerships that will help reach the target audience effectively. Next is an operational plan. This is a detailed description of the day-to-day operations, including staffing, organizational structures, facilities, technology requirements, and production processes. It's also important for providing information on legal and regulatory considerations relative to the business. Up next is the financial projections. This is where we present a comprehensive financial analysis, including startup costs, revenue forecast, expense projections, and cash flow statements, including a plan for funding and sustainability, considering potential sources such as grants, loans, investments, and partnerships. Up next is the risk assessment, which identifies potential risks and challenges that the business may face, such as regulatory hurdles, market competition, or funding restraints. And it also develops contingency plans and risk mitigation strategies to address these challenges. Next is monitoring and evaluation, which explains how the business will track and measure its social impact and sets up systems to assess progress towards the defined social goals. This section may also include plans for transparency and reporting mechanisms to stakeholders. Now we will take a look at a sample business plan. First is the executive summary. The executive summary should sound something like this. Our social entrepreneurship project, Empower Women, Build Futures, aims to provide vocational training and employment opportunities to marginalised women in rural communities. By offering skill development programs and creating partnerships with local businesses, we aim to empower women, enhance their financial independence, and contribute to sustainable community development. Our competitive advantage lies in our tailored curriculum, strong community partnerships, and a sustainable business model that generates revenue through product sales and government grants. Second is our vision. Our vision is to create a world where all women have equal opportunities for economic power and self-sufficiency. And our mission is to equip marginalised women with valuable vocational skills, enabling them to secure dignified employment and become agents of change in their communities. In the marketing analysis part of our business plan, we identify the problem. And we could say this in the following way. Many marginalised women lack access to education, employment opportunities, and support systems, perpetuating cycles of poverty and inequality. That is why we have identified our target audience as women in rural areas, including single mothers and women from marginalised ethnic groups. We have a market potential of an estimated 10,000 women in our target communities who could benefit from vocational training and employment programs. Under the heading Social Impact, we could say something along the following. Our goal is to train 500 women annually, achieving a 75% employment rate increase for programme graduates and foster sustainable community development. Our strategy to do this is to collaborate with local NGOs and businesses to develop comprehensive vocational training programs, provide mentorship and job placement support, and develop income generation projects in collaboration with communities. In the business model section, we can say, our service is vocational training programs in fields such as tailoring, handcrafts, and sustainable agriculture. We will also produce and sell handcrafted products made by the programme graduates. Regarding the revenue streams, we will include the programme fees, government grants, product sales, and partnerships with socially responsible companies. While regarding the pricing strategy, we want to offer competitive programme fees while considering the affordability of our target audience. Next, when we think about the market, we can involve local communities, government agencies, socially responsible businesses, and conscious consumers. As marketing channels, we've identified social media campaigns, local events, partnership with community organisations, and word-of-mouth referrals. And for the partnerships, we want to collaborate with local NGOs, women's shelters, and businesses to expand our reach and leverage their networks. Regarding operations and implementation, we can say that we are a team with expertise in social development, vocational training, and project management. And for areas where we don't have expertise, we will collaborate with external trainers and industry experts. Our key activities are curriculum development, recruitment and training of participants, partnership management, product development, and marketing. Our financial projection is $150,000, and this includes costs for facility setup, training equipment, and initial marketing. The revenue projection from the first year is $100,000, which will increase to $250,000 in the second year and $400,000 in the third year, including programme fees and product sales. As funding sources, we expect $100,000 from government grants, $250,000 from the impact investors, and $50,000 from product sales. Now let's take a look at risk management. The risks of our company are limited funding, competition from existing vocational training providers, and social and cultural barriers. And we aim to mitigate these risks by diversifying funding sources, differentiating ourselves through tailored curriculum and community partnerships, and conducting ongoing market research to adapt to changing needs. For monitoring and evaluation, we know that this is very important. We should really think about this and identify our KPIs. And in this case, we can say that our KPIs, which are key performance indicators, will include the number of women trained, employment rates, customer satisfaction, and community impact. While regarding monitoring and reporting, we will regularly provide data collection, impact assessments, and transparent reporting to stakeholders and funding. Remember, though, that these are just examples of a fictional organisation and should be customised based on the specific details and objectives of your social entrepreneurship project. Now it's time for an exercise. In the previous slides, we talked about the sections of your business plan. Now, based on what you have learned, try to create your own business plan, taking into account that the synergy or links must exist between all parts of the business plan. And finally, to conclude, effectively utilising a business plan involves leveraging it as a strategic tool for decision-making, communication, risk management, financial planning, and adaptation. By actively using and regularly updating your business plan, you can navigate the challenges and maximize the opportunities in your entrepreneurial journey. This brings us to the end of Module 2. I look forward to seeing you again in Module 3, Strategic Planning Methods. Thank you.